It's a lovely horse. I know she tried him the other day.
Yeah, Brownie had a really nice feel of him there at Canterbury on the Friday. High class 3-year-old. He's, growing colt that turns 4 in a few months. He's getting stronger as he goes along, and he's ready to sort of step up now in open company and hopefully get the money today.
You've drawn soft. Where do you think you'll land?
Oh, he's a natural high cruising speed type horse. We won't take that away from him. Just begin well, a little bit positive, and the key is to probably, hopefully, leading by sort of a length and a half, whereas to sort of suit himself and keep himself happy, and I'm sure he'll give a really good kick off that.
Best of luck.
Cheers, mate.
What's happening with the market with Tim Ryan, the World Pool in operation? How's it shaping up?
Yeah, it's a firming favourite. Angel Capital here now into $3.90. That's the lowest price he's been in from a high of $6 on Wednesday. And the World Pool with J-Mac on board is even shorter, $3.25. Jimmy Star, your $5 fixed odds second favourite in front of Biovark, $6.50, $8, Giga Kick and Pericles. He's had a bit of a trim up today from Barrier 1. He's an $8.50 chance.
Mounting Up brought to you by Harvey Norman for all you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. Number 1 is Giga Kick, who's one of 3 all-age stakes winners in this race. Rachel King and Clayton Douglas. Yeah, use my mic, Ronnie. Your mic's not working.
Yeah, I think he's primed here. He's had a perfect preparation. And some may say he might need the wet. We said that about Marzu earlier. So he's had one run at 1400 and he won this race a few years ago.
He's great. Corey and I both had him on top from the yard last start, and I thought he ran exceptionally well. He certainly wasn't as fresh in the yard last start, and he's completely switched off. He's like an old pony, which is a really positive thing to see from him.
Here's Jimmy Star, Ethan Brown on for Kieran Maher.
Yeah, it's a horrid draw for him, and he just might have to take some medicine early going back. So whether that's a wise move, I'll leave it to Ethan, because he knows this horse well, and maybe he's going to pinch some ground and sort of make his ground up the inside, but we'll leave it to him.
1400 is his real sweet spot. He's won the most amount of wins have been over this particular trip. He's third up now. He's at his absolute top. He's always got one of those cool casual demeanours. He never really changes. He doesn't even get excited in the yard.
Briasa, Zach Lloyd, Team Hawks.
Well, he's had no luck with the draw again here. The dry track is a huge plus for him, I must say that. He's been crying out, and it's been a while since he's had one, so I'm not putting the pen through him. He just needs to get across without much effort here. In terms of his condition, each run I'm noticing him tightening up, and he certainly looks on song for this particular assignment. He will relish the being back on a dry track. Unfortunately, the draw, as Duff alluded to, is not helpful here, but I expect him to run better than his odds suggest.
Here is the Caulfield and Melbourne Cup winner, first up today in an all-age stakes. Half yours, Jamie Mellum for Tony and Calvin McAvoy. Yeah, what a marvellous horse, and I think he's still only a young horse as well. So he looks ready, but he probably looks ready for nearly 2,000 metres already. So that's just him. He's an athletic horse. If he runs on and beats a few home, I think you could get excited about him heading to Queensland for all these big races. Yeah, that's the thing. He certainly does look ready. He comes to hand quite quickly. It's just a matter of, is he as sharp as the other horses that certainly love 1400. So it's a nice kick-off point for him. I expect him to be running on really well, and I expect him to run a big race. Just can he beat the others that are really at their top? Pericles, Craig Williams, Bjorn Baker. I'm warming to him. I really am. I just love the draw. I think, I'm sure Craig will be positive from barrier 1 and maybe get the leaders back here, and we know how strong he'll be at the end of 1400. So the value runner for sure. Look, 5 of his 8 wins have been over the 1400, so he relishes this trip. I love the setup, the hard 1600 metre run back to the 14. His condition is always beautiful. He's always absolutely glowing. He's got a lot of fitness on his side now, so he'll run well. Royal Patronage racing in new colours today. Tim Clark for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Yeah, 182 days off. His trial win was pretty good. He's got tactical speed, more so probably at 14 and a mile, but 3 of his 6 wins have been fresh, and so maybe a little wary of him.
the 3 trials they've put him in really good stead for this. I just feel like after he had that trip to Hong Kong, he never really bounced back last prep, so he's had another break coming into this. So we might very well see the best of him. However, I believe that the breeding barn, well, not the breeding barn, but he may be off to the stud after this. So let's wait and see what he does.
Here's the favourite Angel Capital. James McDonald riding for the first time on him today. Chris Waller, apart from barrier trials, of course, but under race conditions. Chris Waller, the trainer.
Yeah, this is his race. The market says that as well. It's a month in a trial since unlucky in the William Reid. No surprise to see McDonald on him here today. It looks a perfect race for him. I just think, such a field, he should be a little bit longer in the market. But Chris has made a few stallions the last few weeks, and he might just keep Yulong happy here. He's kept the other big boys happy, and here's another opportunity.
He deserves his Group 1, he really does. He's just an impressive individual. He's big, he's bold, he owns the yard, he looks phenomenal again. I've fallen in love with this horse plenty of times previously. Looks the part. I really can't fault him. There's no negatives. He just needs to execute well, and he may very well get that Group 1 that he so thoroughly deserves.
Headley Grange, Adam Hieronymus, Joe Pride.
Yeah, not a lot went right in the Doncaster there, but he is 2 for 2 at this track and distance, but this is a proper first grade now. I'm hearing he might have a go at going forward in his own right. Whether he's fast enough against a horse like Baywat, well, I don't think so.
His yard was really good the other day. However, he got a little bit silly behind the gates and really turned himself inside out. So they've actually popped a set of pacifiers on him in the yard. They will come off behind the gates. It's a bit of an old school thing. It's not something we tend to see this day and age, but so far so good for him. Adam will jump on him at the last minute, and then he'll probably head out. I'd say he might even head out behind the rest of the horses here, but he's looking great.
Kovalika, Sam Clifford and Chris Waller.
Yeah, nice return. This ticks him along for Queensland in the coming month or so.
Yeah, exactly. He'll need this. He'll just be out to have a fitness run.
Here's Fangirl, Ben Mellum, Chris Waller.
2 trials were very good. We know how good she is. We never doubt her. And to think a mare of her popularity and ability is a 10 to 1 chance here is amazing. But look, she's off a longer spell this time. That's the only thing, whether she's sharp enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, she looks it, but she is up against some few hardy horses in this race. We saw her here last week for an exhibition gallop, and she looked great. She comes to hand quite quickly. She's a finer type of mare. She doesn't carry a great deal. She's all dappled up, and she's looking as good as she always has.
Okay, here's Lazura, Jason Collett and Chris Waller.
Yes, she was fantastic winning the Coolmore. She's had 5 weeks in a trial since. She never runs bad. Whether she's just a length or two short of the real proper A game here.
When she got that Group 1 on her CV last time out that she was always going to get. They scratched her from last week, opting to come here. She looks good again.
Magic Time, a previous winner of this race. Jordan Childs on for Graham Begg.
Yeah, marvellous mare for connections. I think she's off to start after today. This is her farewell, and let's hope she runs well.
Exactly right. Yeah, this is her last hurrah here. Beautiful mare, always turned out in immaculate condition.
And we'll finally see Bayvart at the back of the field here. Naturally, Chris Waller, red cap.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely setup for him here. Barrier 2, Nash taking ownership, doing his thing, quicking it at the right time, and we know he can run time over 1400 on dry track. So I want to be with him. I think he's going to give you a huge run for your money.
Yeah, in terms of condition, perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm really liking him today. I mean, look, all of these horses look fantastic. He's no different. He probably looks a touch better, I'd say.
Okay, Bjorn Baker's got Pericles lining up, and you've got a lovely barrier for any horse, but particularly for what you describe as a very fast horse, Pericles. He might just have one sprint at him.
Yeah, I think he is. He's a little bit underrated. He's had a great preparation, but I think the key is 1400 gate 1 on a track that seems to favour horses on the inside. I think he's a great chance.
You've got him going well.
Yeah, and he's a lovely horse to get. You dream about training a horse like him, low key, easy, straightforward, and has shown us a heck of a lot.
All right, good luck with him.
Thank you.
Bjorn Baker there. Now let's go over to Corey and Chantel to find out who they like in our final Group 1 of the autumn here in Sydney. Who comes out on top, Corey?
On with Pericles. I couldn't agree more with Bjorn. His last 2 starts, he was great in the Futurity down there in Melbourne first up. George Ryder, he was trapped 3 wide, had no luck. Doncaster, he had to go way too far back, but he's drawn 1. Should get an absolute dream run directly behind his, well, not stablemate, but Godolphin runner, Bayvart.
I am with Baybuck. It's just one of those races where, look, I've tipped all of these horses on top previously, so it's really hard to come out with one on top. He looked great. Briasa was another one. I think he's reaching his top. Tricky little situation for him, but I mean, you could make a case for every single one of them. But Corey's with Pericles, and I'm with Baybuck.
14, 1, 6 and 8, I'm with Baywalk. I just love the map, the shape of the race and the shape of the day for him, really. He's got to, I think nothing's fast enough to take him on, and it's going to take, I know there's a lot of good horses here, and it'll take a real good one to run him down. I think Giga Kick is absolutely flying and set up for a peak performance at 1400 again this year. Pericles, I get it. He does fit in nicely here, and it's only a price angle with Angel Capital. He's certainly set up beautifully for his big grand final here. 14, 1, 6 and 8, Tim.
He'll be the market mover. Angel Capital, $6 Wednesday, $4.60 this morning. He keeps firming. We keep laying him. We just laid $3.80. He's into $3.70. Well, he's going to be a great chance here, and he's very short on the Whirlpool, $2.75. I think he's a bit short, but we've got him for plenty. He's probably going to be 3 or 4 back on the fence, charging at them late. Will he get the luck? That's going to be the key, because he's run into plenty of dead ends in the past. Maybe today's his day. Punters certainly think so. James McDonald and Chris Waller going for 8 straight weeks with a Group 1 winner. So can Angel Capital keep alive this streak? And this money continues to pour in for him. He's now a $3.50 chance. $3.70 and $3.60 just taken. So into $3.50. Absolute relentless money. And now the biggest stand of the day, eclipsing Campione d'Italia and Plaintiff, who had been heavily backed earlier in the day. There wasn't a heap of money between Angel Capital, Jimmy Star, Giga Kick this morning. But today, we're holding 3 times as much on Angel Capital as we are on Jimmy Star. He's a drifter, Jimmy. He's out to a $5.50 chance. Favourite firms again, $3.40 Angel Capital. So out to $5.50 for Jimmy. Bivark's rock solid. Barrier 2, we don't want to give him away. We think he's the horse that's going to get the right run here. He's been 6 out to $6.50, back into 6 today. We're keeping him safe. Giga Kick's popular, but he's a drifter. 7 out to $8.50. Pericles, there was money for him. He had been $9.50 into 8. He's just back to 10 late here, but he has had support. Barrier 1, he should get a good run as well. So he sits there as a $10 chance. Fangirl's friendless, 8 out to 12. Big price for her, considering her history of starting prices. Lazura's a bit of a trim up today, 18 into 15. She's got a good gate. Barrier 3. Now we're out to Briasa, who's friendless, $11 out to 19. The Melbourne Cup winner, half yours. He runs a loser. He's our second worst way in the race behind Angel Capital. He's a $31 chance out from 26. There's certainly plenty of punters who think he can run a very big race. But Angel Capital today, in such a popular betting race with lots of different options, it is almost one-way traffic for him. Punters just think this will be his day. James McDonald will weave his magic from back in the field. Can he get it done? I don't know. 340 seems skinny, but punters are all over him.
This is just a great Group 1 to end the carnival in this fashion. The Swept All-Age Stakes over 1,400 metres. And we've only got a couple out. The second last of the day. Jimmy Star's about to come up. 3 previous winners line up. Giga Kick, Jimmy Star and Magic Time. They've all won All-Age. The Melbourne Cup winner goes in. 2 out, we're set. The Swept All-Age Stakes, here's Darren Flindell.
Rachel King aboard. So Headley Grange now is the last to move in. And we're just about ready to run in the Swept All-Age Stakes. Light is on, set to jump. Racing now, and the Grey Briasa anticipated the start well. Headley Grange being sealed up to join and head it. And now Bivark is starting to muster on the inside. Royal Patronage going through in the thick of the action, and Pericles grabs a spot right behind them. Followed by Lazura, then Jimmy Star out deep. Angel Capital down on the fence. 3/4 for the back to Giga Kick. Then came half yours from Magic Time, Fangirl. Kovalika is the last one. Bivark got through on the inside and now takes the lead clearly. clearly at the 800 metres by a length and a half to Royal Patronage. Pericles in third, followed by Headley Grange. Then came Lazura. Well, Briasa jumped well, but is awkwardly placed now on the outside of Angel Capital. Further back to Giga Kick, Jimmy Star, 3 out from Half Yours. Further back to Magic Time, Fangirl. Kovalika's last in the all-age stakes. So Bivark, the colt, trying to make all. Bivark turns in front from Royal Patronage, Headley Grange. Then came Pericles from Lazura. Angel Capital's all bottled up on the inside as Briasa pulls out. 2 further back to Giga Kick, and Jimmy Star starting to wind up down the outside. Bivark shows the way. He shows a good kick. It's Bivark 2 lengths clear from Headley Grange, Jimmy Star and Briasa, but Bivark going well inside the 50, and Bivark the colt takes out the all-age stakes. Lazura Flushstone to be in a photo for second with Jimmy Star. Then Headley Grange, Angel Capital running on when clear late. Further back to Half Yours from Fangirl, Royal Patronage. Then came Pericles, Giga Kick and Magic Time.
Bivark has won his second 1400 metre Group 1, leading all the way. He did it in the Golden Rose, he does it in the all-aged. Bivark, Chris Waller and Nash Rawilla. Nash kicking Bivark for home, and up he goes in the saddle right on the line, so there'll be no fine. He got something out of that, Nash. Second home, Lazura and Jimmy Star. Now, he broke a track record in a Golden Rose over 1400 at Rose Hill. He smashed it. And he's not going home with a track record today, but almost. He's run 120.76. Wow. 33.63. So the perfect setup, Ronnie. In front, 1400, running fast time. That's Bivark.
That's him. That's his strength. So he's, who knows, who's to say he's not going to be a miler next year. And a great one if you can keep that sustained speed going like that, then you make your own luck. So he was fantastic there. Lazura, how good has she gone? And he's just, look, he had to ride the pattern on the favourite, and he lost all momentum there. Great run, Jimmy Star, considering circumstances, but a worthy winner.
Yeah, terrific ride there by Nash, Ronnie, and he just controlled that race. Pretty much once he got out in front, he just took the speed out of it. He led by far enough, just keep him sort of chasing him on the top of the straight there, but he was strong through the line. I've got no doubt this horse will get a mile later on.
Nash, 72 Group 1s. Chris Waller is 2 away from 200.
Horses are in the yard for the last